You're listening to the Laugh Factory Podcast Network. For more shows, visit the podcast page at laughfactory.com.
All right, what's up, everybody? We live here in the After Laugh studio right here in the Laugh Factory in Hollywood, California. Unstable Podcast. We are back.
Woo!
We have been off for a while. I miss these ladies so fucking much. Right here in alphabetical order to my right, Carmen Green Official. What's going on, baby girl?
What's good? That was
And
corny.
to my left assist, we have Rosa Acosta.
Hi.
So listen, I've seen Carmen all on TV. I want to break it down. I just saw Jerron on, maybe I shouldn't say that. Can we say the TV show he's on? He was on a game show. I sent y'all the picture. Did you check your phone?
Yeah, I see.
Maybe we shouldn't say the name of the show, but Jerron is on a game show. When it comes out, we'll definitely let y'all know.
Yes.
So listen, we are back, and like I said, I miss you ladies. I want to talk to y'all about TV. We were just talking off air about some of the TV shows coming up. You said it was something that you know I watched. Now, you said you're not going to say no spoilers.
I'm not going to give you any spoil, but you need to see episode 1, season 5, Black Mirror. Oh my God. That's all I got to say. It's about video games, but it's going to take you on a whole nother level.
Now, have you watched Black Mirror before?
Yes, but not this season. I still have to watch it, but I want to watch something else first.
Okay.
I have to prepare myself emotionally.
Gears, oh, yeah. I want to get to that, too. Before we change gears, I hate to say because I'm going to say the name wrong on Black Mirror, but it was called Boulder Dash?
Yeah, Boulder Dash.
So, Boulder Dash. Did you see that one?
Yes.
Did you see
that
that
was
one?
brilliant. Like, it had my mind. I actually, for the rest of the week, forgot what day it was. I swear, I'm not lying. I forgot what time it was. My brain was reprogrammed.
That shit was amazing the way they did it, right?
Yeah, and then you can pick and choose.
Don't say that because I want to ask you, did you see it?
Yeah.
Oh, you did? Oh, so go ahead, finish then.
How you can pick and choose the ending? Like,
That shit was hot.
But I swear, I was so mentally... that's why I realized we are programmed. We are truly programmed computers.
Oh yeah, definitely. Did you watch it
I
high?
had glitches that week.
No, I don't smoke.
Cause I know, come on, I knew you was high. That's what I said. You know what? Oh, I forgot. Rose is such a waste of a pretty girl. You don't do no drugs at all, do you?
No, but I mean, I had an edible to go to sleep, but I don't know.
Turned her out.
Yeah, those are strong.
She haven't been doing edibles until she started hanging around me. I turned her out.
No. I done it a long time ago, but it's just to here and there. It happens to me that I take my fat burners or my pre-workout, and then I don't burn all the energy.
You notice I didn't have
and
to
then
ask
I have
her.
to have something to help me, like, sleep. But it doesn't happen often. Yeah.
So then, how do people trick you into giving up booty if you don't do no drugs?
She does what she wants.
I only do it if I really want to. Yeah.
So no Boulder Dash going up. Hold on one second. It's called. So what was I calling it? Boulder Dash was called Boulder Snatch.
I'm a follower.
Bandersnatch. So if you want to watch that.
And I was a follower. I totally agree.
Bandersnatch is from Black Mirror.
That's why I don't do drugs.
See,
I already pronounce everything fucked up. Imagine if I actually have a
but here's
blonde.
the thing
And I come here, even my Spanish would be fucked up. I'll be like talking.
But here's the thing about communication. Y'all understood what I was saying, right?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So I conveyed my point.
Did this gentleman.
Look, let me tell you something. If you guys understand what I'm saying, I know we were gonna understand what you were saying. Like, it's okay. Don't
Your
worry.
English that bad. Stop it, man. So listen. Let's talk
I
about
just
other
put my
TV
own
shows.
twist to it.
Okay.
I will say one thing. What made me like, because when all the seasons came out besides 5, it was the first episode, season 1, about the dude having to have some bestiality activity. That's when I was like, all right, this is about to be a crazy season. And then I realized every story was different.
Now she got me too hyped, man.
Every story was different. I was like, this is even more brilliant. Every story has me like this.
Yeah, it's
Are
amazing.
they 30 or an hour?
An hour. It's perfect.
So I'm only gonna be able to get maybe 2 tonight. So you should have got me all hyped.
But dude is so much like, dude. Oh my God, you'll love it. That's all. No,
All right.
I don't know about love it, but you'll be like this.
All right, Bane, you had another show you want to tell us about?
Well, I want to see everybody's talking about it, and so you guys know that I'm not from this country,
Right.
and so there's a lot of stuff that happened here that I am not aware of.
You weren't here when that went down, were you?
No. So I heard about it like lightly when people have brought it up. I do remember people bringing the story up, and especially when Trump was.
Oh, I forgot both y'all babies. You wouldn't.
Right, I remember the story growing up. I just don't really know.
But you was a kid
yeah,
then.
I don't I just remember from my parents.
Here, obviously.
My parents
I mean,
teaching us about
yeah.
that.
So
we're from
yeah, but
Texas.
that's not something that I will even talk about because I was unaware that it,
So you don't even know the story at all. You about to watch the
No,
movie
no, no.
and see
I,
it.
I do have an idea, but I know I'm gonna be pissed off. The first time, the very first time. Okay, so like because I'm from the Dominican Republic, and people over there are racist there. Like they do, it's not so much of like a dark skin and
Wait a minute, y'all niggas
and-
got
and light
colorism too
skin.
over there?
well, no, it's more so it's a little different. It's more so like people don't really want to admit that they are black.
African?
Right.
They forgot that the trade that they dropped them off there.
Right.
And they kept
So for
going,
example, yeah.
oh.
So for example, they did a little test just to like give you a quick example. They did a test. They put like the black doll and the white doll for kids, and at one point they say, which one do you look more like? And the little black kids say the white
The
one.
white one.
Wow.
So, but in my country, anyways, what really matters is money. So if you're white and you're poor, you're bad. And if you're dark and you have money, you're good. But here I realized that if you have money and you're black, you're still gonna deal with certain, with racism and a lot of like discrimination, right?
Right.
So the very first time that I kind of like realized that things were a little different here was when I saw Fruitvale Station, and I left the
Oh, you talking
theater
about Michael B. Jordan.
pissed off, crying, and just feeling like, really? Because in my country, they kill you, whether you're black or white, they just kill you because they want to take your phone.
Yeah.
They want to like rob you out of like whatever. So it could be anything. It could be a change, and maybe the chain you bought it at the flea market and
I'm
it
gonna tell
costs
you this
nothing.
right now.
I grew up in
But
the South.
here,
My
to
brothers.
here for me to like see that people like literally just get killed because they
when
are.
you see when they see us, it's
Yeah,
gonna
I'm gonna
change
be-
you. So
yeah.
you're gonna need a couple of days off because I'm gonna tell you it's gonna change. Have you seen it?
No,
Any of it?
I'm gonna watch it, but I know about the story. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna
just
wait
wait until
prepare.
I'm gonna wait a day that I don't have to go outside.
I was gonna say
Both of y'all take 2 days off. Now, what was the next show you want to talk about?
Well, no, I was just gonna say in response to that, I grew up in Houston and Portland. I've been racially profiled, right? But nothing like my brothers have been in jail because of a white woman lying about stuff. Even though I don't fuck with my father, he's actually been falsely accused of things by those types of women. Dude, my cousin went to jail. Like this shit is crazy. Like that's what they do. Like they, and so I learned that very early as a kid that black men
No,
are
but
target.
here's the thing, though, and the funny thing about
Money
that
or
movie,
not.
though, is the lady, she didn't blame them because she was knocked out. But I don't want to ruin it for you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what. But the reason, if you watch the news, the reason that the district attorney just resigned from her new job is because of that movie came on. Everybody knows she's a horrible bitch. I
Yep,
forgot
I
your
know.
name, but you're
I
a horrible,
actually,
horrible bitch.
I signed the
And then
petition. So I did sign the petition for her to step out of like some job that she had.
Yeah.
Or
it
for
worked. She
no,
just
no, hold
resigned
on.
yesterday.
Yeah, no. Sorry, I think I signed something.
by the
So
time this
for
come out, 2 days
Amazon,
ago.
Barnes and Nobles, for them to take her
Her books out, yeah.
Yeah, so
Dude, you know what-
I have signed every single
Oh,
petition.
that was you.
That's me.
I have an idea of what happened. I just don't know, obviously, like all the details. But every time that
Naomi got naked
that I
pictures of
see,
herself.
every time that I see some of these stories, I'm like, wow, the craziest thing. First of all, nobody in my family has ever been in jail in Dominican Republic
I don't
or
believe
here.
that.
But
I
I'll
don't
tell you,
believe
but
that.
I'll tell you what's crazy about it. One thing I've learned, even though I don't do evil, dark stuff, truth always comes to light. But when you really do some evil shit and you're still successful and rich, all it takes is a documentary. And you get taken down. You see how many people have been taken down because of all these documentaries that have come out.
This
throughout
ain't
the
gonna
years.
affect Trump at all, though.
I know.
Oh yeah, we're hitting the table a lot,
insane.
y'all. We're trying to make points. We're
Sorry,
hitting the
dude.
table too much and it's bouncing off. But here's the thing: that I agree with some of that, but this ain't gonna affect Trump because
Maybe
by the
not.
time you get to episode 3, that's when they. Well, I don't want to ruin it for y'all, but when
Yeah.
they basically break it down and show you the. What I love about what Ava DuVernay did with this, when you look at online, they're gonna show you the actual footage of these guys
Yeah.
and the actors. I mean, these guys studied them. They even do the hands. She even have the Pepsi right there where it
I
was.
saw like some photos. What about
And-
that Candace chick that's the Trump
Come on,
supporter
man, she
that's
is
making
killing
comments?
them.
What about that Trump supporter Candace that was trying to diss?
Here's the thing, Candace Owens, man,
Yeah.
because her grandfather is a war hero, and
Yeah.
he supports his granddaughter. You ever notice he'll never say nothing? He just be sitting there. He
I
never
guess
say
so,
nothing. He
but
just be
she's-
sitting there, and she be like, "My granddaddy." He just be just sitting there.
Where are you?
And she say all that bullshit. When she said the other day that the Central Park Five is still guilty, she got to get kicked out of the community.
That's
she
what
got
I
to
was
go.
saying. I was
Yeah.
like, we would like to trade her in for Rachel Dolezal.
How about that? Let me ask you this:
Black
have somebody
delegation.
in your family
Uh-huh.
ever done something so bad that y'all wanted to get rid of them?
Okay, so I can't say.
You ain't gotta say their name.
Yeah, legally, I can't say it, but there's a family member that we just found out.
She said
some-
real fucked up. She said legally. That mean this
No,
is
no,
real
there's
fucked
some
up.
fucked up things that we found out from 1993, and it tore me
I
up
don't know how to
last
do math.
year.
Let me see.
1993.
Well, how many years ago? Do the math.
And
I,
so
I
this
think you
person-
mentioned something. Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
this
not gonna
person
repeat it, but she
so
mentioned something a couple
we
of weeks
had
ago.
yeah. So I know what you're saying. That does happen. It was
So, okay,
horrible.
well,
it,
then I-
it involved blood. So
okay, well, we're gonna change. I'm gonna ask
no one
you.
killed
can we-
anyone. Sorry, no one shot or killed. I'm saying it's
Other
yeah.
stuff. Yeah. We get it. We get
Okay,
it.
have you?
No, in my family, nobody has a tattoo. Nobody smokes. Nobody's ever been in
I
jail.
don't believe you.
Yeah, no, there's because again, like I say, well, first of all, we had the fear of like not me personally, right? But like let's say like my uncles and my mom and her sisters, they all had the fear of the chancleta, like
The
the
fuck the
chancla.
who? The
The
chocolate
chocolate?
dude?
No, the slipper, like like back in the day, you know what I mean,
Wait,
like
what the what?
of the slipper, the chancla. So like you could like here I see how sometimes people will be like, oh, like my mom taught me how to steal at the gas station. I know people
Wait a
that
minute, who
have
the
told
fuck
me
said-
this. Yeah, I have a
You
friend.
need to change your friends.
Her mom,
You need to hang with me and Kyron more 'cause we don't tell horrible
her mom
stories
was
like
a
this.
crackhead, and
Well, my dad was a crackhead, so I can't really make fun
and
of
she
them.
taught her and her brother how to steal like food and things
My
like
mother
that.
taught me about
And
Jesus.
so, in my country, if you ever found something, not that you stole it, like you were walking and you saw a little candy and you took it, and then my grandfather
think
asked
you
you,
had good
where did you
upbringing,
got
'cause-
that from?
No, I think you have good upbringing because Dominicans that I met in the South Bronx, them niggas is crazy.
No, it's not the same thing. I always tell people Dominicans from New York and Dominicans from Dominican Republic is not the same thing. Same thing with girls. If you're Dominican from New York, it's a death sentence to date a girl from Dominican Republic, but like born and raised in New York.
Wow, that's deep.
Interesting. Interesante.
Yeah.
And what'd you
I
just
wouldn't
say?
date a Dominican.
You
And
said
I'm Dominican.
Delasante?
No, I say interesante. Like it's
Oh, I thought she said
Interested
Delasante.
in Spanish. Yeah. Like I wouldn't date a Dominican. and
Oh,
I'm
you know, I've been
Dominican.
hogging the conversation. Why don't y'all ask me a question?
Well, I mean, so how often do you dye your beard?
Well, here's the thing. I'm supposed to do it once a week, but I've been grinding so much. I haven't dyed it. I haven't dyed it in like 10 days.
How's the single life?
The single life is I'm adjusting to it. It's I'm used to it
I see a
now, but
tear.
it's not
I see a
it's not
tear.
what I no, not at all, not anymore.
Why am I
I'm
almost
stronger now, but I'm still wanting love.
Okay.
Yeah, keep going. Let's
Okay,
go.
But I'm saying so. But obviously your goal is Carly. But are you open that maybe in the future it could be someone else, or are you just gonna stick
Of
with
course.
just that
No,
guy?
here's the thing. As an adult, you have to realize that, I love her with all my heart, but at a certain point, you have to do what's best for you now.
Yeah.
Right.
Of course I want my woman back. I would love to have Carly back, but if that's not in the cards, I got to keep it moving. You got to realize I'm a dime piece. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
You're feeling yourself again?
what? I am back to normal. Like, my depression is out the window, nigga. I love me. I love
So
Carly,
you've been
but I
doing
love me
challenges.
more.
You still doing them?
You
cha-
damn
that's
right.
Good. Keeping
Yeah,
it
I'm
sexy
saying
up.
I texted her today that
Well-
I did her 100 crunch
I
challenge
was
today.
getting ready to ask you.
Well,
did
you
do
know,
your-
I think that
if
sometimes
I do that, she
people
might give me some. I said it on air.
sometimes people talk a lot of shit like, oh, like in the relationship you have to love yourself first before you, but it is truth. You have to really be 100% with
100%.
yourself,
Yeah.
because sometimes you are good enough for yourself but not good enough for the relationship.
Right.
You
That
know?
don't
Yeah.
mean it
Sometimes
don't
Before
mean.
you need to be full.
Listen, and I
before
tell
you
people
go.
all the time,
Exactly.
don't be looking at because motherfuckers like, oh man, y'all did all of this together. I said, listen, don't look at anything different. Listen, I love
Yeah.
her with all my heart. She's still one of my closest friends. Just because we love each other don't mean we're gonna end up together for the rest of our life.
Right.
Yeah, I
Right.
prayed for her, but that don't mean it's gonna work out that way.
And that,
Right.
and I've learned too that like relationships as I've gotten older, if we're not full with ourselves, we go to the relationship for a solution to like solve
Right.
whatever issue.
Or like somebody trying to have a baby or some shit
Yeah,
like
I'm
that.
like,
No.
that's not your job to solve my daddy issues or
Right.
any of that.
When the
Like,
time is right, when I feel that I got my stuff together where I need to be as a man,
Yeah.
I'm going to come back to Carly and I'm going to say ABC,
D,
1,
E, F,
2,
G.
3. You know, ABC 1, 2, 3, and then she's gonna have to answer those. And if she wants to move forward, we'll do that. If not, she will
Right.
always be one of my friends, and I'm gonna get a 20-year-old Puerto Rican girl. I mean, that's
I mean, well, okay. Well, when you watch the first episode,
oh shit.
there's a date scene. I want you to remember me. That's all I'm gonna say. There's a
Oh
date scene.
shit! Now I'm getting nervous.
Because what he just said when he says younger.
Oh yeah, because that's you know what it is. These video games, so she's probably a teenager. Oh.
No. It's not teenager. This is not child porn. Don't worry. It's
Not
that
child
bad.
porn. A teenager, you can bang a 19-year-old and be good.
Okay,
I can bang a 19-year-old. That's legal.
Yeah, it is.
I don't like your face, banging. I could bang a 19-year-old. That'd
Yeah,
be
it's
legal.
fine. I
No,
guess,
you can.
You know,
I
never.
guess I
I'm gonna
shouldn't
talk to
judge.
Carmen because I don't like the way you looking at me.
Well, I'm not gonna judge.
No, you
because
can't.
Carmen's
It's just
more
I just-
accepting.
I've been with younger
You with your
women.
Christian.
No, I
Hold
have.
on.
So
No,
I
I don't
judge,
see.
but
So you
still.
like old people and she like young people. So this we gonna
I
talk.
do.
We gonna talk the
I
difference
do.
between.
I
So
really do.
What's the difference between? Have you been with an older woman?
Okay, I was actually her first.
There's a lot of pausing.
Well, yeah, but I just no spark. After I went down, there was nothing. I felt nothing. It's like we had this spiritual energy in I was in Spain, and we were just connecting.
Wait, is it the
And
one that
every-
didn't?
No, not
shower?
Well, okay, that was another one.
Hold on, there's more stories and shit. How y'all sharing shit without me?
I hope they're not
No,
watching.
we talked about it here. It's
Yeah.
just that
Oh,
you're
okay,
older
okay.
and you
Yeah,
forget.
Wow, that's
her
fucked
showers
up.
were like 2 minutes, and I was like, I can't go down on you.
Fucked up.
But the other one, yeah, she was older, and I didn't know that was her first. I thought she was experienced because it was just like we were connecting. It was just the way that we were just, and when it happened, it was just like
So wait, you didn't like it because she was inexperienced, or
that.
or
and
there was no connection?
I didn't realize that she was inexperienced, but it doesn't matter because there was no connection sexually after that. I was like, oh, because I've been with a lot of women that I've been like, I want more.
Okay,
You
but
know,
so
for
obviously
her,
that
it
was the only
one
one
time.
you was with. So obviously then you prefer younger girls.
Yeah, when I want to play around, yeah. Oh, why
So
did I
wait, what
say
does that mean then?
Well, no, I mean, but not like 19, but like 24.
That's the
No.
same, man.
No, it's not.
That's the
19
fuck. That's why y'all
okay,
did laughing. That's the
19,
same.
Okay, 19, 20, 21, 22. That's a 5-year difference.
Listen,
you know
that's
what?
the
People can elevate and they
same.
can grow in 5 years.
Yeah.
Not
That is
from
a-
19. You don't
women-
start growing until you're 30.
Yeah,
No,
women do.
women grow fast.
Women
Men,
do.
maybe it'll take them 10 years, you know, to
Yeah.
really develop that maturity
Okay,
level.
over here to Bane. Even though I already know the answer to this. So, okay, what's the difference between young girls and older?
Yeah, have
girls?
you messed with women, older or younger women?
We are about the same age. Yeah.
I
all
do
of
that
them.
too.
Also, but with men, you just mess with old dudes, but nothing with women. So you just keep the same.
Like, I mean, well, my biggest crush is Ellen DeGeneres. I will totally. I will look.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I was trying to make that happen too, because I know somebody
Man,
that know.
I mean, she's married, but man, Ellen,
I just
If
wanna,
you need
I
a
just
little-
wanna be on her couch and just.
if your lady's busy, you
Kick
know, from Thursday to
I sat next to
Saturday.
Ellen's mother on her show.
Really?
Well, 2 times.
Wow. what
I
was that
I
like?
really.
I don't
mean,
know, we didn't talk.
I really like her, and I hear that she's rude in person, and that's why I don't want to meet her.
What?
Yeah, like 2 people
I didn't
have
meet
told
Ellen.
me
I
that.
didn't meet Ellen.
2 people have told me that, and I don't want to meet
Oh,
her
that's
because
the worst.
if she's rude to me, especially because I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah,
she's
'cause
literally.
we hold her to a
But
high
first of all, look,
standard.
I met
if you found out that she was
I
Me
met
Too-ing
Beyonce.
bitches?
I met JC. I met a lot of people.
Wouldn't that be horrible if Ellen was Me Too and bitches? Y'all be like, what? She did what? Ellen, let me grab you by the pussy. You be like, Ellen, no.
Ellen?
That
My
probably
sweet
wouldn't bother
angel?
me so much.
Oh my God! If Ellen Me Too'd you, she came into you with her pantsuit and crossed her legs and said, "Let me grab you by the."
I'll ask my partner for her permission.
I'll just-
Baby, we got to get this money, so
I'll just-
Melissa.
That is so sexy.
I would
man.
ask her. I'll ask my partner.
No, I wouldn't.
Well-
I wouldn't allow that shit.
Well, so I like Ellen DeGeneres. You know, I think she's like really hot, and I like Queen Latifah. Is just kind of like.
Oh, so you go from range because Queen Latifah, I think she like the
She
the
could dominate
dominant.
you.
That's
Yeah,
she like
she could
the
take you.
the male figure in a.
She's tall too. She's like my height.
But who says that Ellen is not the?
she is.
Because you can look at her broads and tell that Ellen is like the dude.
But I have
Well-
a question about that. I've actually been around
You can't
other
ask me.
lesbians. I don't
This
know why I
this
said
y'all
question.
community. You
Statement.
can't ask me no
Statement. I've
She
been
can
around.
look at me and say, "I got a
sorry.
question." I don't
I've
know.
been around different lesbian couples, and And sometimes looks are deceiving.
They can switch up and shit?
Yeah, people switch. I switch up roles all the time.
No,
in
I'm
my
not even going to
relationship.
lie to y'all because I don't know nothing about this, but I met a dude who was doing the PlayStation tournaments with down this, and he told me that the dudes can do both.
The what?
Wait. Say it
You
again.
can
They
do both.
of
Like
what?
one can be the dude, and then he also can tomorrow be the girl.
Oh,
they do it too.
for yeah.
Oh, okay. For sexual, probably like sexual fantasy.
That's how I
and
say. I
role
said
playing.
no. I thought one was. I was told that one was the top and one was the bottom. He said no, I'm greedy.
They switch.
I said
Yeah,
no, how you do that?
Yeah, I think they could switch. Like, but it comes
Yeah.
when it comes to sex, yes. But usually, just for the relationship in general, there's one person.
There's one person that has more
that-
masculine energy. but-
Yeah, or that dominates,
That's
or
just
like
greedy.
you know, just like makes the decisions, or kind of like
That's greedy to me.
yeah. So I guess, but I do like so my biggest like female crush is Ellen DeGeneres. Like
So you like either androgynous or stud or pretty girls? Like, what would you rather? Like, what's your like preference? Stud, androgynous, or girly girl lipstick? Because people have a preference sometimes when it comes to women.
Oh, you know what? I never asked.
I never-
Who
yeah.
are you in the relationship when you date a chick?
well, okay, so one like
Don't
so
deck me. I wanna find out.
three girls where like they are, I will say they're feminine, like very feminine and everything, and there's one that she's not like she plays WNBA.
Oh, so
but
she was
she's
the dude
not-
then. She was the
no,
dude.
no.
Sometimes they can-
She just one where you won't catch her on a dress and heels, but she'll wear like jeans and a nice shirt. Like she's just not like
Which that's fine, but her energy, is it like this masculine energy, or is it like this
not-
alpha male, or
When she
whatever?
called you, did she say hi or she said, "What's up, babe"?
no, she's not like that. She's actually very sweet. That's funny. No, and she doesn't have that voice either. No, and she says, you know, that in the community of like the girls that play ball, right? There's a group of girls that they call the dudes. Those are the girls that wear like
Yeah, the ones that
they
start.
really think
Yeah.
that they are
The ones
dudes.
that all start.
So when they
top
have to
five,
like
right?
carry things, they be like, "Oh, let the dudes do that." And so then,
Yeah,
like,
because like I've never dated, like I'll still date a female with androgyny or
Yeah.
alpha energy.
Such a big
but
word.
but there's just like there's not this I'm a man type of like in my relationship. It's not like that because people just assume by the way we appear. You know, she
Right.
wears the baggy clothes, the locks, but we don't have that. It's
Right.
just she just happens to have that.
Who
alpha
get up in the
energy
middle of the
that's-
night to get the wet rag?
The wet rag.
When y'all finish doing it.
I finished myself. Like we both wash ourselves. Like that's.
or
Damn,
just like
that's
laying
not-
there, or they just
That's
let
not gonna help me
they
find
just
out.
You know,
they just
but
let
sexually,
they just
we
marinate in
switch.
their own
You
juices.
just let it
We
air
switch.
dry?
People switch. in
Yeah,
bed,
they
like
just
roles.
they just let marinate the juices.
Wait a minute, when y'all finish, y'all don't get up just because y'all together, y'all just let it air dry?
No, we get up separately.
I gotta get me a threesome with some lesbians. Do y'all know any really, really cool lesbians just in case me and Carly don't work out? I need some lesbians. I need to disappoint two women at the same time. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they're out there. There's plenty. Like I went out
No,
for
you one of
ladies'
those?
night on Thursday. What's the spot called? It's ladies. It's called Ladies' Night. It's in West Hollywood.
Oh, I think
Oh,
I
no,
know.
I
that's
think
a-
you
that's-
mentioned it to me one time too. Like, hey, you know, Ladies' Night, blah blah blah.
So
We
I
had
could go
talked
to a
about
lesbian
it.
bar. That's
I
that's
think,
not
yeah,
that's
I
not
think I
frowned
know what
upon,
place that
right?
is. I forgot
But
the name, but
we mentioned it. We were just talking about it one
Yeah.
time, and we were here at the Laugh Factory. I think here to see you, and we were outside standing, and we were talking about something. And she's like, "Yeah, Ladies' Night, Thursday or something," but we ended up not. I wonder if it's that spot. But it was.
I think so.
If
yeah.
I went to a lesbian
So you'll
bar,
enjoy
that's
it.
okay, right?
Yeah, straight people go there too.
But I can't go to like a dude bar.
Well, that's how it depends on how comfortable you are with your sexuality.
I'm very
Yeah.
comfortable,
Yeah,
but I'm just
because
saying.
but there's no purpose for
Yeah.
you to step in there if there's no
Yeah.
like business contact. That hey, I get it. Like you're not gonna just hang out just to.
Boom.
I have a
Yeah.
guy friend that everybody thinks he's gay,
Well, then he is.
but he will go to a bar and like he lets like guys
Yeah.
buy him drinks and
Yeah,
things
then
like
he's
that.
gay.
And I'm
Yeah,
just
he's
like,
gay. Yeah.
and he makes a lot of his friends are gay.
Yeah, then he's gay. Yeah.
Yeah, I
The
always.
part where they blow him makes him gay.
The
Yeah.
funny thing is that he's so comfortable with the joke at this point because everybody, I mean, people will approach him in the streets and
Yeah.
he'll just be like, "Oh, I'm not gay, but that's so sweet. Like, thanks for
No,
like."
he's gay.
He's very cool
It's
about
just-
it. I'm
it's-
not gonna
it's
say.
sad. I mean, it's
Okay.
just honestly, it is society that has made it more acceptable for women. It's society
Yeah.
that did that. Because really, at one point,
He's
it was
gay.
just all wrong, right? And then growing up as a Christian, and especially in the black churches. Oh
Yeah, when
my
did that
God.
change?
Well,
when
men
you
have
think about it-
sexualized it so
Not
much
men, I'm
that
talking about when lesbians.
but
it
I'm-
started with lesbians.
But the thing is so crazy
Exactly.
about it is this. I don't know, because even in the biblical days, like, I'm not a Christian, but I know the Bible. It was been going on since the beginning of time.
yeah, but
Girl on girl, man on man.
But the
That's-
reason why I think it's become like more, it's like cooler for girls to just be like, it's because men obviously, like, we're
Yeah.
like sexual
did
like
the L word
objects, and
come
men sexualize it so much
90s,
that
90s.
the thought of like two women together is like, oh, okay, yes, like, let me watch this
Yeah,
show.
two
And so
dudes gonna be rough.
I do remember that, like, maybe
Yeah, it's
maybe
rough
like
to
what,
watch.
like 10 or 15 years ago, like, it was very like super popping to see girls at the club kissing each other even though they didn't like each
Well,
other,
yeah, when we
just
was
to
in college,
entice
yeah, for
Yeah.
attention for the
yeah,
man.
for the other guy. And
For college,
I used to
but-
like look
But
at
men
people
don't
like,
men don't make out with each other to get our attention.
No, we
you know?
fight. That's what dudes do. We
but,
start
but
fights.
here's the thing.
to get your
Or
attention.
they-
Here's another
or-
reason why it could be a little like unacceptable, because like lesbian porn is fun to watch and it's like relaxing, but like when a man is banging a man in the anus, like,
Hey, I've
it's-
never seen it. Don't care.
For me, it's just like it's cool because again,
No, it's not. Why would it
I'm
be?
like pro gay, like I'm going to parades, all that, but it's just for me, it's
Me too.
I feel like, oh my god, is he hurting? Is he? In
I will
pain?
say this: I'm pro gay, but I don't want to see it.
Right,
But
right, and you don't
Right.
have to. But when they're so that's why it's not
So-
as popular because it looks painful.
yeah, but
Yeah.
also,
I've been constipated before.
but you know what? I just feel like, right, men are like the worst part of sex, like visually.
Excuse me, you
They
need
are
us.
actually. That's what. Yeah.
Visually.
Yeah,
No, like women. Can we just agree, you guys, that men are just not beautiful naked? The penis
Okay,
is
listen,
not
listen.
a
All right,
beautiful
I'm comfortable
Like
who I am.
aliens.
Watch this. Tay Diggs, it wouldn't look good having sex.
No,
Shamar Moore wouldn't have a good look having
It's not
sex.
even
no,
bad.
it doesn't. It's not beautiful. Like the titties, you guys have got nipples, and the nipples of a woman are different. They're beautiful. Like
Yeah.
their breasts are beautiful. Even when women are a little chunky, like when women are like big girls.
Women still have a
They
sense
are
of beauty.
Doesn't matter. You still have a vagina
But
attached
dick
to
and
it.
balls are not cute.
Vaginas are like beautiful
No,
for
mine
the
are.
most
My-
part. There's some vaginas that are
I
like need a
disagree
little
with
bit
you.
Balls
My
look
my
like
no.
nuts. Don't
I
they look like
disagree
peanuts
with you.
the
My
little
balls are
darts and, like-
beautiful. They
Like-
like one of them, like right now, one of them hang longer than the other one, and it's like
no
they got,
matter
like, their
how
own
in shape the guy
personality.
is,
Well, I thought we
he's
was
not
talking
the
cute
body
without his
of the
pants off.
of the man does not compare to the
Oh,
woman.
is this one longer
Yeah.
than the
Period.
other one?
And
Trying
you
to
don't
think
have
of
to
something.
be gay to agree with me. I know guys agree
Yeah.
with me,
One of them is
and
longer.
females agree with me that women.
Stay here.
I mean, when you're watching
better
porn,
naked.
like that. Yeah.
how important it is that the woman, like when you're watching. Okay, so let's say that you like, as a woman, you're like, oh, I want to watch big dick, right? But you will never
Yeah, I
just
don't-
be like,
you couldn't date me
big,
and watch no
Googling
bullshit
like
that.
big dick. You're gonna be like big dick, beautiful ass, big titty girl. Like I will like act like
Yeah.
that. I'm gonna look at like the
So you
girl.
know what? You know,
Look,
again, you
men-
just brought up
men
a
look-
very valid.
Men look
I'm gonna let you
better
finish
with
that.
their shirt off in a boxer. It's so sexy.
I look
but
very
women
good like
look
that.
good butt naked.
Yes, yes,
That's-
yes,
I'm
yes.
gonna ask you guys a question here. I'm
I'm getting excited.
Oh my god, I hate y'all.
Lighten up right now.
Oh, you know I forgot. So okay, so the last time you had a guy,
Mm-hmm.
I want you to answer this question. What is better to you? Is it the really, really big dick guys, or just someone that know what they're doing?
Someone that knows what they're doing, but I don't want it small.
But I heard women say they. Or why do they always say they want big dicks? I've
I
never
don't.
heard somebody
That's a
say
lie.
they want what
I
they
don't.
somebody do. I've
7
never heard a
inches, I'm
woman
good.
ever say, "I just want a man that know what he doing." They always say, "I want a big dick." That's all
No,
I
that's
hear.
not true.
7
That's not true.
inches is my cutoff.
I have
not
always
big.
say
You, know,
that
you want under or over? You mean?
7, a little over, but not really. I don't like big though. I just like that
Right.
normal.
because
What's
this is the
size
thing.
for you? Inches? Or you from your country? What would that be? Centimeters? Boom, boom, psst. And I wouldn't even
No.
know that either. But anyway.
Really, really long is bad.
Yes.
And especially if you're trying to show out. Because why? Because if a guy has, let's say, well, first of all, average man is 5.1.
Wait. Why don't you like long? You don't like it when it hit the bottom?
And the girth too. I don't want it too thick. Oh,
I thought that
go
was
ahead.
good. You don't like it when we hit the
Not
bottom?
too- not-
First of all, let me tell you something. When, the average is 5.1 erect. Okay?
Okay, that sounds
That's
right.
the average. So let's say that a guy is like between that and like 6, right? You can do this. Land on the dick, right? Boom.
I hope the camera picked that up.
Land
I
on
don't know
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But on a big dick, you barely
You have
can
to
arch your
climb.
back.
Yeah, you have to-
barely
you
can
have
arch
to-
your back.
Ugh.
And And
So
that's
okay,
that.
what if you just on your back and he's on top of you with a big dick? So that's not a problem then.
It's just painful.
What do you mean it's not a problem? It is a problem. It is a motherfucking problem.
Then why do all of your creatures, your species, always say they want a big dick then?
Oh yeah, no, I know what you're saying. Trust me.
That's men
we know a
saying.
mutual
That's like how
person
men
that always
say.
says that.
That's the same thing. Men say they want bad bitch with this, with that, and then
big
what?
ass,
And then
big
look at their
titties.
baby
I've never
mama. They
spoken
ain't
like
got
that.
none
I
of
don't know.
that.
I've never
So
said
we're gonna
that.
say all
Like
that
big
shit.
ass,
Yeah, we're gonna say all that shit like we
Listen,
can take it when we really
I said
can't.
I want a woman that's flat with no booty, but a great personality who scored
Flat with
very,
no
very
booty?
high on her SAT, and who I don't know why you're laughing. I'm talking about a good Christian girl.
No.
Who I don't like how y'all don't
I'm
believe.
sorry, they're freaks. So yeah, get you a
No,
Christian girl.
no.
Get you a Christian.
So if Carly don't come back to me with the woman I'm looking for, she's gonna be flat like this table.
Oh, right,
Because
right.
you ever know, or round like this table, because I noticed that women who don't have those bodies that you put in those magazines are the best ones.
They're
like
smarter,
you guys,
they're more
with your
loyal.
little beauty
They're-
and your long nipples and your
I'm just saying, if you are looking for a freak, get you a big girl.
Yep. Or a Christian.
My big girls, that I know,
Mm-hmm.
super freaks.
No, I will say.
And all the pretty Instagram girls that I know are not getting any dick.
I will
And then
say,
all my big girls are getting it every night.
Yeah, I will say big girls do have very, very fantastic vagina. I will say that. I've had some.
And their titties bounce.
I don't know about all
I've
that.
never
but
been with one.
You should try it. It's really awesome. Like when you
I
get
don't
really,
think
really
ever.
drunk and you leave a club and you're like, you know what, fuck it.
They hit on me though. They at the clubs, the lesbian clubs. But
I've had some. I've had a girl like over 300.
This one was.
That
it
was fun, right?
Oh my God, we had such a great time.
So did you know how to handle a big girl? Because my
yeah,
friend,
only doggy style. That's the only way.
yeah,
you can
my
do it.
friend that's a big girl. She says that that there's like a special way of like handling.
Yeah,
that.
she has to really, really have to be comfortable with you holding her legs because you got to really
Ooh,
push
yeah,
him
you
back
gotta
far.
really
And
push
she
back.
has to be able to somehow she can't have short arms because she has to get down there and open up too. She's a big girl. I'm just saying this.
Yeah.
We made
I've
it.
been
We
with
made
a
it
300
work.
pound man, a 350 pound dude. And it was kind of amazing in bed. And then
Wait,
I
you had
realized-
sex with a guy that was 300 pounds?
Yeah, but
But he was just like tall.
Okay, guys, don't judge me. He was a football player, so it makes sense. But he was the fat football player.
Oh, you talking about the offensive lineman?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you
the
only
lineman.
could ride then because you're pretty small.
Well, he got on top and.
How?
Oh.
And but he was able to like kind of push his body up to where he's not pressed up against mine. We had great sex, and then he got his feelings hurt because I wasn't trying to see. It was weird. He just went bitter and then tried to fuck like a few of my friends, and they called me saying, "Do you know that he trying to?" I'm like, "What? You're fat. Like, stop acting like you got a 12-pack." And no,
He's
like,
in the NFL.
You got
He can
money.
do
That's
that.
why women want to do that to you. They don't
He's
like
in the
you.
NFL. They
Right.
can do that.
I liked him because his personality was really funny, and my friend set me up with him because she's like, he's a jokester just like you. He's a big teddy bear. I'm like, I like teddy bears. But that was the reason why I fell for it. But I'm like, if he didn't have money, I probably wouldn't. But I did like his personality a lot.
Everybody knows the punter is the best guy on the football team, and you guys always blowing it, going for the quarterback.
I know, but
and
no,
the
he
defensive
was, but he
lineman.
was
I
good
don't
and bad.
do-
Punters
I
don't
don't do
cheat.
athletes.
He was just an asshole.
I don't do
afterwards.
athletes, and
I stopped.
I'm the only fit person in my relationship.
But that's smart. See, let me tell you something, fit women, and I'm not talking about anybody in particular, but if you happen to be a personal trainer, you should let your boyfriend just be him. He doesn't have to be fit with you. That's all I'm saying. He's just a
BS.
person. The more you know.
And it's like they don't have to keep up with themselves, but they can still get multiple women. But
I
yeah,
just
we gotta
like-
keep up with ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I
Yes.
was just telling my friend that because she was like, "Oh, such and such boyfriend is so cute," and it's like a guy that's like full of tattoos, like a good-looking type of guy, young with like a facial hair, like muscles, and yeah, like a good-looking thing, right?
Yeah.
But I say, see, that's a brand new iPhone. I need an iPhone with a crack, like with like the screen. I gotta have a crack.
I love y'all
Like
two so much.
I just need like
I need an iPhone with a crack.
yeah,
That's
like
an interesting analogy. Are you?
like I need a little like I need to be like okay, somebody used this before.
I get it. I like dating women from New Orleans because they have, they've lived. You understand? You appreciate shit when you see your grandmother float down the street. What? Was that terrible? It's too soon. It was a long time ago. Too soon.
I don't know. I didn't meet one of mine, and then the other one died when I was young. So I don't know. I don't.
But both y'all knew y'all daddies.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
So I'm jealous of y'all. So I don't like either one of you.
No, this is really fucked up what I'm about to say. I'm actually jealous for people who never had a father because at least they didn't have one that fucked them over. At least it's like you're in the unknown versus
No. Do you realize when I was in 4th grade, I used to have to lie to tell people my father played for the Denver Broncos. There was a dude named Steve Wilson, number 45, that played for the Denver Broncos. And I used to lie to people because everybody daddies would be coming to school.
Yeah.
They're like, "Where yours at?" I'm like,
Mine
"Oh,
wouldn't come to school.
he had a game this week."
Oh,
Mine wouldn't come to
that's
school
so sad.
because he just wasn't like.
Why is she smiling?
You know, he
No,
didn't come to
because
my
it's
school.
like-
He was always out. I'm doing whatever he was doing, but I tell people, they say you should make it right with him. I'm like, a scam? A person keeps scamming you? Sorry, you gotta go.
I'm not laughing at you because that's a horrible story.
No,
but
no, but
why
it's-
are you keep putting up pictures of yourself, looking at yourself? That's why
No,
I'm
I'm
laughing.
checking the time.
Oh.
No, but
Every time I look over, all I see is you with your bra on. And I'm like, why is she checking herself out? Are you that
I
fine?
can't help it, guys. Oh, wait, there it
It's
is. I can't help
motivation.
it.
It's like she needs that, like, every 3 minutes she's like, yeah.
This is what we're going to do.
Hell
Listen,
yeah, I
this,
need to be reminded.
Yeah,
this is
that's
another one of my
How hot I am.
favorite
Yes, I'm
shows because we
hot.
got to talk and got to know each other a little bit more. This we're going to do. We're going to do a 1-minute vent, and then we got to get out of here. And I'm going to look at Carmen Green official while she do her vent. I'm going to look at my little sister's titties.
Mine is not really a. Well, no, I don't want to talk about that. That's
It won't
way
open
too
up. Oh, it went down. I was trying to look at her titties.
I will say this: men
Carmen's titties.
don't really respect.
We got to put her titties down. She said respect.
When I say I'm in a relationship, with a woman, they like. I think I've talked about this before, but it's like, oh, okay, cool. So when are we hanging out? Okay, cool. When can I take you out? I'm like,
Didn't I just say?
because I think in their mind they're thinking, oh, she's missing out on something, so I
Yeah.
can be that guy to bring that one thing that she's missing, penis.
Right.
And the thing that they don't realize is I love men. I think they're amazing people, but that's not how I come. And I keep trying to tell people, this is just me, Carmen Green. Oh, well, you just haven't had the right kind. No, we're talking about Carmen Green, not all the other women that exist, whatever
Right.
point billion. It's just I can't seem to connect with it on that level. So that's why I don't feel like I'm missing anything, because that's the only thing that they name. But I'm like, what about the other elements? Like, oh, protection and security. And I'm like, yeah, but I actually feel that way within a relationship that I'm in too. So I don't think I'm missing anything, but I think for them, they think that. So I know I have to not take it personal, but it's just so
It's
fucking
annoying.
annoying.
And
like-
disrespectful.
But
Yeah,
no,
it's just
because
like-
maybe you haven't been with the right guy yet.
But that's what I'm saying. So it's like, it's not even about that. If I don't like, I love tomatoes. If I don't like tomatoes, well, you haven't had my grandma's best tomato sauce. I don't give a fuck about your grandma's
But
sauce.
if you haven't had their grandmother's best tomato sauce, how do you know?
Because I hate tomatoes, and tomatoes make me vomit.
It doesn't
But I love
matter. Her
tomatoes.
grandmother's tomato
But
sauce
that's
might
how,
be
that's how the
really
men
good.
talk. That's
That's
how they
really
talk.
how they are. No,
You
it's
ain't
like,
never
but you haven't
heard
had my dick.
some
It's really
hard
disrespectful.
tomato sauce in your
Yeah.
butt. Oh, I'm sorry. What? I'm sorry.
Well,
It's
what?
really
well, here's the
disrespectful.
sad part. When I have slept with these men that have convinced me, they get their feelings hurt when I don't make a noise in bed. I'm just like,
Yeah, because you do that on purpose. You want us to go
no.
just
it's
to prove a
something-
point.
Nah, I don't need to do that. I don't need to go out of my. I don't need to ruin the inside. Like, I don't need to degrade myself to prove a point, because that's degrading myself. To sleep with a man to prove to him that his dick is not good. That's me degrading myself and disrespecting myself as a woman.
Right.
So me having sex is just like, okay, maybe I like this guy because he's very persuasive and he's very persistent. And sometimes us women, we're like, well, maybe he's
Sympathy pussy.
something. Yeah, maybe it may have came
Which is
off that
always
way,
great.
but it was like I
That's why I try
wasn't
and
doing
cry.
it to prove. I was doing it like, okay, maybe he's right. A lesbian actually did that to me, and she sucked. in
Tricked you
bed.
with some
She was like,
sympathy pussy.
"Girl, you know what? Fuck that nigga. Woo woo woo. I could do it." So I was like, "All right." She keeps. Let me just give it a shot. And I was there
I'm
like
going
this.
to a lesbian bar
I
and
was
catch
like,
one outside
are you
crying.
finished?
Are you done? Are you
I-
finished or
yeah,
are you done?
Yeah. And she was like, "Did you come?" I said, "No." Okay. She goes, "Well, what about me? You want to do?" I said, "Let me just take you home, because." But it was, again, I think I just get like kind of sucked in. But it's not like, let me just sleep with this person, just to prove to them that it's not gonna work. I really
You're
give it
giving
a shot.
yourself,
yeah,
the
and I stopped.
opportunity.
I'm
And that's
going
when
to
I
a
realized.
lesbian bar tonight, and the first one I see outside crying, I'm gonna get her.
She
I
was
was crying,
She
by
was
the way.
probably a victim of
sad.
Carmen.
I was sad, but yeah. So that's like my vent. Is like, guys, just respect it. Like, don't try to convince me, because it makes me actually become more rebellious, and then I will purposely start to like never go back. Well, I probably won't do that, but I'm saying it's just I rebel against people that are like,
Right.
So you straight vagina from here on out. It looks like, huh?
well, I'm in a relationship. I'm just focused on this one.
Okay, good. So tell us what you got coming up.
Well, still working on my movie short editing phase, but I got some commercials that I'm about to book.
Good. You gonna book
great
both of those?
Feedback. The Suave, we're thinking about getting that renewed.
Hey,
so
we're gonna
hey,
speak that into existence. Yes, we are. We're gonna
So
speak that into existence.
That's all I have, and then just I make sure I massage my breasts every day, and this is why, because it keeps the silicone
This is
soft.
why I hate when we don't have
So
just a regular
ladies,
cameraman.
if you
We
have
couldn't zoom in
breast
on her
implants,
rubbing
you have
her
to every
own
night
titty.
before you go to bed massage them to keep them soft.
She
so that's
rubbed
my
her
advice to
titties
the world.
on my podcast, and you guys, we just had the camera far away. We couldn't zoom
Just
in.
wanted to
Okay,
share that,
Bane.
so.
Well, thank you, Iceberg Slim. We appreciate you, Carmen Green official.
Carmen
Bane,
Green
please give us your 1 minute vent followed by what's going on with you.
My vent is that I really hate when men say things like,
You're really man hating today.
Man,
well, because men do say a lot of stupid stuff. When they imply that we do not have money to travel. So when we travel and we take pictures, well, why don't you post the guy that actually paid for everything? We motherfucking did. I mean, we have to have money to pay for our own. We got to have our own house, our own car, our own business. We got to have money saved, investments. We got to have money to take care of the baby on our own because you're not helping. We also have to put money on your books when you go to jail, but somehow we do not have money to travel. And actually, if you go on like cheaptickets.com or one of those, because I had tried them, there are all inclusive, including the flight, like
your books.
$400 trips, like for like 3 days. I swear to God, I looked at it. Cabo, Jamaica, Dominican Republic. This is with the flight. You're gonna flight a little uncomfortable, but if you're really on a budget, there is any, you know what I mean? I mean, a weave with the hair included is easily 800 and up, depending on how many bundles you need. So you're trying to tell me that we have money to do all these things. So when it's time to do child support, you have money. You're not independent. Like, why? You should have money. The minute that a woman goes on a trip anywhere, a man is pissed off, assuming that somebody paid for that.
This
and yes,
personal.
sometimes somebody paid for that. But if I'm gonna go on a vacation,
that's what y'all don't know. This happened to one of her friends.
If I'm supposed to, no. Actually, I just went on a vacation, and I was really hoping that somebody just step in and be like, "Oh, do you want me to pay for it?" But I had to pay for it.
Yeah. And it's okay to want that, but you still handle your business and do it yourself, even if they don't.
Yeah, but
they don't think you're capable.
Why don't y'all
They
stop
think women are
applauding
capable.
each
no,
other?
they know that we're capable, but they
always
mad.
supporting each other. Y'all
They-
both make me sick.
They
I'm so
they
proud
know
of
we're
you.
capable because we're capable. Because
damn
a
woman
lot of these
power.
guys, your mom took care of yourself without the help of your father, and kids are more expensive and longer than a vacation. A vacation is 3 days, and I can 3 days of spending little that's fine. But 18 years of dealing with your motherfucking ass.
Oh my gosh, she cussing at y'all.
Diapers, and you shit it a lot, and you eat a lot. Okay. So she did that for 18 years
Shit
with
it.
no help.
She
And then
did
you're
say
wondering
shit it.
how I can pay for a vacation for 2-3 days. Ask your mom how she did,
Yeah.
how she was able to take
And
care
she
of you.
ended
That's
her
a good
vent with
clapback.
disrespect. She said mom. If she'd have said mama, that'd have been really fucked
No,
up.
ask your mom.
Oh yeah,
Ask your mama.
Oh shit.
Yep.
But yeah, no, like, you know what I mean? Like, I really hate when people say that because they see us like we have, when it's to hold down your man in jail, you gotta have money. When it comes to like taking care of a baby without the baby daddy, you have to have the money. When it comes to your everything that is not enjoyable, you have to have it. And the minute that you can do something for yourself, oh no, hold on. Like, you hoeing, bitch. Like,
Right.
you went to
How many penises did you get sucked to get
yeah.
to Spain? I'm like,
yeah,
none.
or like you went to Dubai and you got peed on. I wish that it was that easy. Like,
The fuck
that's
y'all
all.
went over there with Trump? What the hell?
If anybody needs to get peed on for 50,000, hit my DM. Are you down? We'll do
no,
75,000
kinda like
for
Aaron.
both. We'll just pee on you and leave without.
I'll
Y'all better
manage.
quit.
I'll direct
Y'all better
you,
quit
so I'll get
bullshitting. I
a
can
cut.
make that happen.
Let me tell you something. It is the dumbest thing to even think that people will pay.
No, they would.
Come on, like, but the way that people make it is that you got
Rosa
20,000 to get peed on.
Acosta, somebody would pay $100
No,
grand right now
no,
for you to
that's
pee on
a very
them.
common thing for a lot of like super wealthy older white men. They
Yeah,
like
but
that.
okay, but you don't have to go to
Rosa
Dubai to do that.
Marie
Let me tell you.
Prostitutes. I had a guy
You
pay a
can be-
prostitute
Rosa
to put a
Maria
bottle in his ass.
Costa, I can
You
have
can
somebody
be-
pay
let me
100
tell
grand
you
and pee on you
something.
right now.
You
Or
can
have you
be.
pee
Let
on
me
them.
tell you something. You can be a prostitute from the comfort of your own hometown. You don't have to go to Dubai to
Rosa
find this man.
Juanita
And you don't have to go to
Acosta.
Spain, and you don't have to go to whatever island. Like there is a guy down the street willing to pay something.
Men paid this
Rosa
prostitute to clamp his
Jocelyn
nipples.
Acosta.
His nipples. I said nipples.
You said
This
nipple.
guy paid this prostitute to just clamp his nipples for like 30 minutes. She got like $2,000 just to do this, and that was it.
You have no idea. I used to have a problem back in the day.
they pay.
Well, never mind. We'll go to commercial.
Also,
Oh shit.
hold on. A lot of men that say that stuff. Let's say when a man is, let's say, a famous rapper, or right,
Yeah.
and then they have an entourage of 15, 20 guys that hang out with them, and they don't have a job. They just there with them. They are wearing chains that don't
They're the
belong
real
to
hoes.
them, and they really traveling with this guy at the expense of the artist or the celebrity. So they never wonder we never wonder how those guys travel. They don't have a job. They traveling at the expense of you. So why do you give a fuck how
About-
we travel?
exactly.
Mind your motherfucking business
Oh,
Yes.
and continue to
damn.
take care of your homeboys.
Ooh, that's some Bane, y'all.
Bam.
She ain't even put
Yeah.
her mask on.
They're
We're
gonna
going to
call
end
us
on that
man-haters.
one. Boom. How about that? Listen, we want to thank y'all for coming in for another episode of Unstable. We will be back again. We still trying to put this thing together, but y'all still rocking with us, man. We appreciate you more than you can imagine.
Yes.
I wish they would play some video games with us, but we're going to have some more subjects. Next time, we're going to have more of a prepared show. We just wanted to have some fun with you guys this week. We'll be back. Carmen Green Official.
Carmen Green official.
Rosa Acosta. Shout out to Jerron on that TV show coming up. We'll let y'all know more about it. We out. Peace.
Woo.